What's up, dudes? My name is Nick. Welcome back for another Sunday discussion video. This week we're going to be talking, or I'm going to be sharing my kind of thoughts and basically who are my favorite kinds of K-pop fans. They're not necessarily affiliated with a specific group per se, but there are people who have a certain sort of point of view and an approach to the way that they enjoy and follow K-pop that I enjoy interacting with those people more than other sets of K-pop fans. And that isn't to say that if you don't fall into the category of people that I enjoy interacting with, that what you have to say and the way that you interact with K-pop and the way that you're a fan is wrong or bad, or that I hate you for it. It's absolutely not the case. It just is, I have my preference for who I guess is more compatible with the way that I'm a K-pop fan. And, I think that it might be a little obvious for a lot of people who watch my videos, who follow me for a little while, because they know the way that I kind of approach and process things. So you might, you might already have an idea of the kind of K-pop fan that I do enjoy, actually having a conversation with. And, this might not be a super surprise to you, but, just basically, obviously the kind of K-pop fan that I enjoy are the people who approach things similar to in a similar way that I do. And that is, not necessarily people who get all wrapped up and just addicted and hooked to the different personalities of the K-pop idols and follow that aspect of K-pop, but I like the people who like to follow and focus on and discuss and share the music aspect of it. So, K-pop kind of revolves around the selling, or the companies kind of selling and promoting the personalities of the members of the group to the fans. And that is one of the things that makes K-pop really, really awesome for a lot of people. It's also the thing that makes K-pop builds really, really strong and passionate fan bases. And that's something that's really, really fantastic. I absolutely love that aspect of K-pop. It's great. It's something that I think is lacking in a lot of music in general. That the sense of connection between the artist and the fan isn't necessarily there for a lot of groups. No matter where they come from in the world, K-pop is the genre of music I think that does that best. But for me personally, as I shared over the last couple of weeks in other Sunday discussion videos, that's not really the reason why I enjoy K-pop. That personality aspect and that personal connection aspect is really, really cool. I dig it, but that's not why I listen to K-pop. Of course, I listen to K-pop to just listen to cool and interesting music and discover new stuff on a daily basis. Listen to everything that I possibly can and understand and just evaluate that, say I like that for this reason, I didn't like that for this reason, all this sort of stuff. And I make videos on that. Basically, my videos are what the manifestation, the visual and the audio representation of what's going on inside my mind as I listen to K-pop music or Korean music in general, right? This is the actual documentation of the way that I follow K-pop and other Korean song music. So I definitely really, really enjoy other people who kind of approach things the same way. No, and it doesn't have to be somebody as super hardcore as me, or people who are even more hardcore and have more knowledge than I do. And it could just be somebody who has a relatively surface level sort of thing to say about the song in the way that I approach things. All of that is cool. So I really, really like those people who approach things in a similar way that I do. I also really enjoy the people that they mostly came out when I did my video a couple weeks ago about why I do not care about the success of BTS, because I asked the question for people why do you care? What is it about about BTS and you as a fan that makes you care about that? And I got a lot of people that actually put some really thoughtful and really, really great sort of comments out there. Of course, there were people who were not very happy with the video and the topic and the way that I went about expressing, my thoughts and all that stuff. But those aren't necessarily my favorite K-pop fans, obviously. What they do is fine and it's fair and there's a reason for it and it's a completely valid way to be a fan. But, I would much prefer to talk to people who are going to kind of you know, whether they stan a group or they don't, I would rather them, you know, talk to people who can, you know, give me a really good, well thought out explanation of what they think. And the way that you're a fan of K-pop doesn't really affect that, you know, in any way. Just, you know, be you know, calm and collected in the way that you say things, and we can have a conversation even if we don't agree, you know. And I like learning and hearing what other people have got to say, because hearing what other people have to say gives me some sort of perspective on, you know, other points of view that are not my own. So I really enjoy when people are able to put down their thoughts if they disagree with me, or they do agree, or they do, whether they agree with me or not. I suppose is a more clear phrasing for that, but I really do enjoy hearing what people have got to say, no matter the kind of fan that they are, or the way that they support, that they follow K-pop, whether they agree with me or disagree, or whether they agree with me or not, because, like I said, it gives me a little bit more perspective and a little bit more knowledge and an understanding of, you know, what it is to be a K-pop fan, of, you know, whether you're a fan of a specific group or you're just a K-pop fan in general. I really do enjoy all of that. One of the things I really love about K-pop fans in general is that a lot of them are very willing to share any kind of information that they have, whether you actually know that or not. If they think that you don't know something about their group, then about the group that they like, then they're going to tell you the facts about it. And I like that. It helps make me a little smarter. To be honest, I really like that. Also kind of takes away a little bit of the work and the research that I potentially would have to do to kind of like understand a lot of that stuff. But I love how eager K-pop fans are in many instances to actually, you know, kind of share and teach and provide some sort of good knowledge for other people who are not K-pop fans. Like, I really enjoy, as silly as it is, I really enjoy going to music videos and seeing comments where people, you know, list out all the members of the group and then do timestamps for basically when they first appear in a music video, or when they most clearly appear in a music video, so that people can like kind of put the names to the faces and recognize and understand who they are. Because, like, you know that at some point in time when you first got into K-pop, right, that you had a hard time differentiating who is who in each of these groups, because, you know, to a certain extent, when you're brand new to this, they all look the same, you know. And it's still something that I don't particularly you know, that I struggle with a little bit. Not necessarily like saying like your face looks like your face and all these people have the same, you know, they all look the same, but it's really just like I personally don't know their names. So, you know, fans who are willing to kind of educate and spread a little bit of knowledge in that way is really awesome. You know, I just in general, you know, like the fans that will support their group no matter what point of view and the way that they follow K-pop, that support their group in a, you know, positive and constructive way. You know, it's really good. The people who are going to go and be annoying and attack people and harass people and, you know, just start an internet drama and just you know, over stupid things most of the time. There's just, I don't have time for that. You know, I don't think anybody really has time for that, to be completely honest. Because there's a lot better things that you could be doing with your time than arguing with somebody, with some random person over something stupid on the internet, you know. And that goes for everything, not just K-pop. It's just everything that you could possibly talk about. Someone's gonna start some stupid argument over something dumb. You're just really not worth your time to engage in that. So that's, you know, what I really like. And you know, I said that it wasn't necessarily, you know, limited to, that these people weren't limited to a specific group. Like, there was no specific fandom that I like more than another for, you know, whatever these reasons are, because they all kind of fit. But there is one fandom that does actually seem to kind of hold all of the qualities that I really enjoy in K-pop fans most of the time. Every single interaction and comment that I've gotten from fans of this group have been just absolutely great, along the lines of, you know, what I just explained. Like, people who listen to this stuff for the music, who kind of who enjoy breaking the music down and dissecting it and talking about it like that, and sharing their thoughts on it, what they liked about it, what they didn't like about it, sharing new music with other people. You know, just in general, people who are in it for the music. Also people who are super eager to kind of just discuss things, whether that's, you know, theories on stories and the visual representations and, you know, other stuff like that about what's going on in the music videos or between music videos, all of that kind of stuff. People who are willing to kind of educate and teach about what's going on with the group and the members and all this other stuff. Like, all of that stuff is really, really fantastic. And I've found an overwhelming majority, I think, of the fans of the group Luna, who haven't even debuted yet, but fans of Luna are just overwhelmingly people who kind of approach K-pop in the way that I just kind of described, in the way that I really enjoy. I've had just overwhelmingly positive interactions with Luna fans. It's been really, really great. And to be honest, of all the K-pop groups, I think that those fans are probably my personal biggest fans. Like, they are the largest supporters of me over, or it feels like it at the very least. Whether that's true or not, I don't specifically know. But, you know, I feel that, you know, fans of Luna appreciate me on a much higher level than any other, you know, a group of fans do in K-pop. And, you know, that's awesome. I guess that right there kind of indicates that we as a general kind of group, them as a general group, and me as an individual kind of share a very similar sort of outlook to K-pop in the way that we appreciate it, in the way that we look at it, and the way that we will, the way that we want to discuss it. And, you know, I love that. It's fantastic. It's really, really great. You know, and like I said, Luna fans are not the only ones. It just is that it seems like that's the majority of the Luna fans seem to be people who kind of fit really, really nicely with, you know, who my favorite K-pop fans are. So, but that isn't to say that there are not BTS fans who fit that, or that there are EXO fans or Blackpink fans or Twice or any other group in K-pop. It's just Luna seems to be have the group of fans that are dominated by, you know, people who fit the description that I just kind of put out there. So that's all I got to say for this. Hopefully you guys kind of, you know, enjoyed it. Hopefully it made you think a little bit about, you know, who you like interacting with, the way that you approach K-pop and stuff like that. So the question of the day is going to be for you guys to answer down in the comments below, is like, what kind of K-pop fans are your favorite to interact with? Of course, I just shared mine, so let me know what you guys kind of value most in K-pop fans, in your interactions and discussions with other K-pop fans. What is that you like? What is it that you don't like? You know, I'm interested to hear what you guys have got to say. Of course, there are different points of view, so leave that down in the comments. And of course, just any sort of general response and thoughts, you know, to what I just said, down in the comments below. So, you know, share whatever it is that you think. Don't be afraid to share that at all, because here we're just trying to build a community here that's about having some free and open discussion about our thoughts and opinions, no matter what they are. So if that's a community that you would like to become a part of, then please do consider clicking on the subscribe button down below. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.